Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza. It's Friday, March 5th. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by... The Tourism Minister is asking the Public Health Ministry to approve the vaccine passport system, and he gives a glimpse of what would happen. According to reports, if the vaccine passport system were to be approved, Russian tourists here in Phuket will likely be the first to experience the eased quarantine restrictions. Tour agents in Russia say demand is high for regular Phuket flights of 300 to 400 Russian tourists. The Tourism Minister Pipa Ratchakitprakarn told a panel in Bangkok that the move would guarantee at least 5 million foreign visitors to the kingdom this year. It would begin in 5 pilot provinces that are popular with foreign tourists, including Chiang Mai, Phuket, Krabi, Surat Thani, and Chonburi. At the outset, the plan will be operated via 29 travel agencies, with agreements in place with several other countries. Earlier this week, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha commissioned a study into the vaccine passport program. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thailand has secured 63 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines for the nation, enough to inoculate just over 30 million people. But a health ministry panel of advisors is saying Thailand needs another 15 to 20 million doses by the end of this year, and private companies should be allowed to import them. The Bangkok Post reports that a panel of advisors to the public health minister agree that Thailand will need 15 to 20 million more doses to inoculate 40 million people nationwide instead of just over 30 million people. These are all rough estimates, by the way. The Thai FDA Secretary General also said any private companies wanting to import them, they would first have to register with them. Apart from Sinovac and AstraZeneca, other vaccine producers such as Johnson & Johnson and Bharat Biotech have applied for registration here in Thailand. Meanwhile, 40 riot police are now in quarantine since one of their own tested positive for COVID earlier this week. A construction worker in Koh Keo has been arrested by officers from the Royal Thai Police Special Service Division, which called itself the Commando Division, for a gun that he stole from a police officer's house in Nakhon Ratchasima province 15 years ago. The commandos arrested 57-year-old Jamkat Sriwawong on Wednesday, wanted on a warrant that, back in 2006, he was charged over allegedly entering a policeman's home with 3 friends and stealing his revolver. 2 accomplices were arrested, but Jamkat fled and has been working in Koh Keo as a construction worker ever since. His arrest this week came 4 months before the warrant was to expire. Phuket Extra will be right back after this. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. In a first for Thailand, major Cineplex Group announced that one of their Bangkok locations will now accept Bitcoin as payment. The Bangkok major Ratchayotin Cineplex will be the first cinema in the Kingdom of Thailand to accept cryptocurrency for movie tickets, concessions, and more. The whole thing is happening with digital asset exchanges ZipMe and Rapids, which have about 150,000 users in Thailand between them, according to a major Cineplex spokesperson. Coconuts Bangkok writes that a 250 baht movie ticket would equate to 0.00018 of Bitcoin as of this filming. If this proves successful, cryptocurrency could be accepted at more locations around Thailand. At the moment, Thailand has an estimated 1 million people who hold Bitcoin. It all comes days after the Thai SEC backed off from plans forcing a minimum requirement that would restrict access to Bitcoin to only a handful of the country's wealthy. Thailand officials confirmed 79 new COVID cases today, raising the total for the kingdom to 26,241. One new death was reported yesterday, a man in his 60s, as the death toll rises to 85. 98% of total patients have recovered. Thank you so much for joining us this week on Phuket Extra, brought to you by the lyrics below. Join us again on Monday. We'll have all the news that you missed over the weekend. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
คุณมองเห็นอะไรไหมครับถ้ามองไม่เห็นเดี๋ยวเราจะย้อนภาพให้ดูทีละมุมถ้ามองจากรถที่อยู่ด้านหน้าคุณจะเห็นชายขี่มอเตอร์ไซค์ตามมาด้วยความเร็วปกติ ถ้ามองจากคนที่นั่งอยู่ข้างทางคุณจะเห็นชายขี่มอเตอร์ไซค์ผ่านไปด้วยความเร็วปกติแต่ถ้ามองจากคนที่ขับรถตามหลังมอเตอร์ไซค์คันนี้มันติดไม่มีไฟท้ายก็เหมือนไม่มีคุณอยู่บนถนนตรวจสอบไฟท้ายให้ใช้งานได้อยู่เสมอ